at the Ghana Action Forum was the Second Lady of the Republic of Ghana, Her Excellency Mrs. Samira Bawumia. In a presentation, said that the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akuffo Addo, has set the pace of the true diaspora through the creation of an enabling environment for business to thrive in order to ensure Ghanaian within the diaspora to be able to invest in Ghana through simple processes by agencies and institutions that Ghanaian can only build on a vibrant economy in a vibrant modern nation when we have systems and institutions that works.
The government places on the contributions of Ghanaians in the diaspora that we also make to the economy. To further demonstrate the commitment of the Ghanaian diaspora, the World Bank Mitigation and Development Report revealed that in 2020, remittances to sub-Saharan Africa were estimated to have declined by 12.5%, and this is because of remittances by 5%, despite the impact of COVID. So it tells us that the diaspora really cares about us. So it's no surprise we're doing this today. Knowledge and skills. There are many returnees who contribute meaningfully to society. In fact, His Excellency the President himself can be considered as one. He returned to Ghana from abroad several years ago and serves as a bright example. He has been deliberate about engaging diasporans and welcoming diasporans home throughout his presidency. And as you know, several of his appointees are from the diaspora, and they are giving back to society and leveraging and sharing their experiences with us. It's also inspiring to see that many of you in this room are contributing significantly into preventive terror, to our nation's development and rising to the challenges that are posed by this pandemic. Ladies and gentlemen, since assuming office, this government has implemented bold reforms aimed at transforming Ghana's economy from one that is reliant on imports and exports of primary commodities into a robust, value-adding, and export-driven one. Our government is committed to creating an enabling environment for businesses to thrive. And this will also ensure that all Ghanaians and those in the diaspora will be able to invest in Ghana, open businesses through simplified processes. Agencies, institutions, and government initiatives such as the Ghana Investment Promotion Center, the Ghana Tourism Authority, just to mention a few, continue to promote various areas of investments. And we've seen innovations such as the launch of the Year of Return, and we've heard some of the good things that have come out of that, and subsequently the Beyond Return initiative. We can only build on a vibrant economy or a vibrant modern nation if we have strong systems and institutions that work. Real gains have been made in spreading the digital footprint across the country, from the paperless port clearing, mobile interoperability, our national ID card, the digital address system, etc. A lot of good things are happening on this front, and it's all to transform this economy and make life easier to live in Ghana and be a Ghanaian. These reforms have improved the ease of doing business in Ghana. Our government is pursuing digitalization because the fourth industrial revolution is upon us, and we must be part of the new world. There is much more to be done to make these major digital reforms part of the everyday lives of Ghanaians, and we are confident that your ideas and innovations will strengthen this agenda. I know that the coming in of the AFTA, the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement, also brings us a lot of opportunities. I think the panelists earlier talked about that, by the number of member countries that are participating in it. So the opportunities are immense. The AFTA will play a vital role in aiding countries establish trade partnerships, thereby facilitating the establishment of businesses across borders on the encourage all Ghanaians in the diaspora to take advantage of this to bring investments into the country. I urge all Ghanaians and those in the diaspora to participate in the development efforts of Ghana and the Ghanaian government. Governments cannot do it alone. We need the participation of all our citizens, whether home or abroad. It could be your ideas, your money, your skills, but most importantly, your need to maintain the connection with our mother country, to bring to bear your knowledge and experiences, as well as leverage the opportunities available for national development. And while the world continues to grapple with the impacts of COVID-19, the challenges, though significant, let's be assured that they are not insurmountable. The opportunities for growth are vast. With prudent management of our resources, strong socioeconomic policies, and inspiring innovations, we can make great strides towards a brighter future. Now is the time to go further, to work together towards an inclusive and sustainable growth strategy. So I thank you all for believing in Ghana and our shared aspirations and values. Let us continue to connect and collaborate for growth. God bless our homeland.
Also speaking at the event was the Chief Executive Director for African Health Holding, Mr. Sangutiri, said that religious Ghanaians has bastardized their faith through corruption by political systems in Ghana.
Talk about domestic violence. We remember what it means to be a good Christian and a good Muslim when it comes to that, but we conveniently forget it when the Bible speaks more about corruption than it does about these other things. These are the inconvenient truths we need to confront. Class. Like we have created a Ghana in which we all have a fair shot. We haven't. And my father's generation was the generation when, in spite of all the criticism we have about that generation, people made it from nothing to something. Is that happening today? Not. We see the death of social mobility. Religion. When I was growing up, religion was what you saw with setting up schools and hospitals. What do we see today with religion? An ATM. Religion has become like crypto, where our prayers are for more dollars and more euros. It's disgusting. We have bastardized our faith. We have brought the corruption that used to live in the annals of the political rooms into the house of the Lord. And our political system, we are corrupt. Say it with me. We are corrupt. And we must understand the political economy of our corruption. Let's be honest with ourselves. I'm tired of the BS. I'm tired of the pretense. If we're honest with ourselves, we know that even though we have cost our politicians for corruption, go to His Excellency Bawumia's house and see the line of people who want to see him. And add up their request to his public salary and see if it makes sense. The political economy of our corruption, the state culture in which we don't want to have these honest conversations. These are the cold, harsh truths. But there's a glimmer of hope. We're not yet at the point of no return. But it's over. The story of talking about our potential. I don't want potential peace. I don't want. And I pledge to fight this battle to my dying breath, and if success demands it, to give up my very life. So let me end this speech with the words of our founder and our first president, Kwame Nkrumah. Countrymen and women, the task ahead is great indeed. courage to dare, the courage to do, the courage to envision, the courage to fight, the courage to work, the courage to achieve the high.
According to the Chief Executive Director for Diaspora, Ms. Christabel Tazi, stated that there's need for Ghanaians abroad to prioritize their home in order to support governmental agenda in
Goes
Ghana.
online. I haven't even checked yet, but I'm sure many there. And it's the speakers and the passion. You saw people who are actually making change in Ghana and telling us how to do it. For me, my favorite panel always was even conceiving it. The new frontier for Ghana. Let's think about Ghana in a different way. How do we brand our country? How do we put ourselves on the map? And how do we all galvanize ourselves to follow that path and tell our story? Everybody. Not everybody has to come home. So if it's not for you, don't do it. But make sure you're contributing towards home. That in itself is a coming. It doesn't have to be a physical come. But find an organization to support, find a charity, find an enterprise, and give back. For those of you who are coming home, make sure that the decision is for you and it's something that you believe in, that you should do, because the going will get rough. And when it does, if you're intentional about the decision, things will work well. And then for those of us who are here, we really need to be open-minded, get into the system, understand it, and all of us make a difference.
Whether you're a diaspora and you're abroad, whether you're a returnee and you come from the diaspora, or whether you're at home and your choice is just to stay at home, all of us have a role in development. So we can't have an us versus them mentality. So the goal really is to bridge this gap. It's interesting because as we heard, even during COVID, remittances went up, which shows you that it's, there's a powerful diaspora out there to tap into. But I like to go past remittances to the human capital itself, we the people. You go to the US and every corner you pass, the best doctor in the world. So the question is, if we are there, how do we tap into that human capital, bring it home and support our own need? Now to your question about the enabling environment, government is doing well. I mean, with the institutions and some of the things we're seeing, like the GIPC's work and others, you can see that there's an intention to bring the diaspora back home and allow them to thrive. But there's always more to do. Our system needs to be gelled a little bit more easily so that you remove the human aspects of things. People should be able to go online, find what they need access, be able to know where things are, and be able to do it streamlined. And I know there's efforts underway, and we'd love to see more of that.
A lot of times we come up with such
Forum was called the Ghana Action Forum, and it was very intentional, putting the name together. Throughout the event, we had panel discussions, a lot of talk, right? A lot of inspiring talk. But we really created actions that we're going to track, and I would like you to hold us to it. Our president says that we should be citizens and not spectators, and he couldn't be more right than that. And so we're starting here. We're not walking away from Kempinski having had a beautiful day. We're going to pick up the actions that we learned, collective thinking, giving back, and all of the other things that we talked about across sectors. And like you said, I liked what you said. You said we should make sure that it's aligned towards government policies. We work in a system, and so the private sector has their job, government has their job, non-profits have their job, and we want to see how collectively we can build this country that we so love.
so beyond this, what more?
Come back home, and I'm able to do an event like this today alone tells a story. So we'll continue to tell our stories of the Puas, of the kindness, of the Kofi Ankus and others who are doing amazing stuff in this country right now by having moved home. And as we tell our stories, others will see that you can also do it. And I believe that is the movement that we're working on.